you my decorating process, like what I'm thinking when I'm actually decorating my home. So today I thought I'd share decorating this back wall here for Christmas. Now I did a video some time ago on how to decorate a large blank wall. I'll leave that in the description box below. Let's take a look at the before. This is what this space looked like prior to our Christmas decorating. Now my first step is to remove everything from the space and give it a good wipe down. So I'm going to just dust everything off. Now everything's cleared off and cleaned up. Before I begin decorating, I always think about how I want the space to function. Do I want it to be purely decorative, or is there going to be some sort of use for this space? And oftentimes I set this area up with appetizers. When guests come over, they usually congregate in the family room. If it's a smaller crowd, if it's a larger crowd, we would go directly to the basement. So I wanted to make sure that this area was able to transition quickly into an appetizer station. So what I'm going to do is bring back my tray that's always there on this table. This is a great tray for setting up like a charcuterie board or something like that. I'm going to grab my wreaths, and I've been using this color palette. This is the third year in a row that I've been using this color palette. Now I only have two of these. And I've been on the hunt for the past 3 years to see if Marshalls, TJ Maxx, or Home Goods would make another one, and I have yet to find it. And we're just going to do something different in the center. I have this little jingle sign. I'm going to stick that up there. And all of these items I've had already for the past few years. They've just been used in different spaces in my home. Now I'm going to grab this little sparkly deer here. Last year and the year before last, this was part of my tree topper. I had this deer and I had a bunch of picks shooting out of her. So I'm going to stick that there. And I just play around until I, get something that I like. I thought these trees would be great. They have like the sparkly top and then like the rose gold blush fur. And these were on my mantle last year, so I'm going to set those there. Then I have these large finials. I think these would look nice here. Now my next tip is to always just take a step back and take a look at how you're progressing to see if you like the design. So now this is where we are. I think the bones are pretty decent, but we definitely need some more beefing up. So I'm going to tackle this center shadow box here first. And what is really kind of not working for me is that everything is the same height inside that shadow box, and I need to vary that height to provide more interest and fill in the negative space between the trees and the jingle sign. So what I'm going to do is look around my home and see if I can find something that can elevate those trees. It's a candle that's always on my coffee table. It's a mercury glass candle. It's like a silvery gold and it has a gold top. And then I have my trusty Dollar Tree mercury glass candle lights, and I think stacking two of these together would give me the height that I need, and this would look like a really nice tree trunk on the base of my tree. So I'm just going to stack those two on top of each other. So here's what we got, and I think that looks rather nice. Now look at that one down there. It actually looks like, that's part of the tree. It has like a brushed gold, band underneath, and then the mercury glass looks like it's part of the tree. And then the second one over here are the two glasses stacked together. Now you could leave it like that, or where the two glasses meet, you could actually add a bow or some sort of trim if you'd like. But for right now, I'm going to just move along and keep on decorating. And once I finalize everything and figure out this is the design I'm going to go with, I will temporarily secure everything so that it won't fall apart. And in a future video, I will teach you my hacks and tricks for decorating and making things semi-permanent. So the next area I wanted to focus my attention on was the tray right there in the center of the sofa table. I wanted to give that space some life. When it's not in use, it should be decorated. So I thought the perfect piece to go here would be my ginormous champagne bucket. And you guys have seen this champagne bucket several times. I've used it as a floral arrangement for Mother's Day. In previous years, I used it filled with pine cones for fall. And this year, I'm just filling it up with ornaments. This is very simple and easy. I think this looks rather elegant, simple, and nice. And it really fills in that space, and it's very easy to dump those ornaments out and actually use it as a champagne bucket or beverage container when you're entertaining. Or how nice would it be to just fill that thing with ice and put some shrimp and oysters and things like that on it and have that as appetizers. And I will be sharing in my upcoming hacks video how to make things look full and lush without breaking the bank. And I think I'm going to add in a few of my gold deer martini glasses underneath the champagne bucket. We're just going to test it out to see how it looks, and if it works, I'm going to wash out the cups, remove the stickers. So I'm going to step back and see how that looks. I think those are a nice addition to the tray. Okay, so here we are. I'm stepping back again, and I think it looks really nice, but I'm wanting to do something with the two finials. They don't look substantial enough, and they're too short. I want to add a little bit of height so that it can go all the way up between those shadow boxes. So I'm going to go around my home and look for something that can help me, that will coordinate with my design and that can help me add height. Now I think I found the perfect pieces. I have these huge mercury glass and antique gold vases, and I think this would be perfect because it ties in with all the mercury glass that's in this niche, this middle niche. And so what I'm going to do is turn it upside down, and these I keep on my buffet in the eating kitchen. I'm going to turn these upside down and place it like that and sit that on top. This one, and then I want to take a step back and see how it looks, if that looks okay. Okay, I'm really liking the way that looks, and now I need to figure out how to secure that. Now I need some stability for these finials that are on top of this vase. So what I'm going to do is I have these clear candlestick holders. I've had these for years, and as you can see inside this base, this fits perfectly in there, and that will provide the stability because it's not going to fall or, you know, knock over. What I'm going to do is put that in the bottom, and then I'll show you in my hacks video what materials I use to affix to this bottom glass and the top of this vase in order to secure everything. But once I sit that down, this is not going to just knock over. You can't knock it over. It's going to take a lot of force to knock that over. So I'm going to put one there, and I'll put another one here. These glass candles are very heavy. So even though this might wiggle it's not going to fall over, but we will secure it to take extra precaution. Now that one over there is a little crooked, but we'll fix that. Now what I'm not liking is, you see that spacing there? It looks like I kind of just stuck it up there. So I need to figure out how to hide that gap and make it look like it is a seamless piece that's supposed to be together. So let me go see what I can find. I'm thinking I could use a ribbon and tie a ribbon around that and kind of make that transition. So let me see what kind of ribbon I have in my box. So I have a couple of options. I have this beautiful champagne velvet ribbon here, and then I have this beautiful, it's kind of like a very, very light pink. It's not really blush, but a light pink color here. But I think in this case, the off-white champagne colored velvet would look best. So I'm going to test this one out. Use one of these balls in here as decoration. One of the smaller champagne colored ones. I think that would look really nice. So here are a few options for the balls. I could stick a ball right here. It's like a striped looking kind of champagne. It's like a striped champagne ball, or I could use this quilted one. It's a little bit larger, and this one kind of looks like that Chanel quilted look. So I don't know which one. I think I'm leaning towards the smaller one because this one's a little bit bigger. As you can see, this one's a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go with that smaller one. Another option that you could do to cover up this space is to get a small wreath, and you could put a wreath here and add some greenery, some flocked, a flocked small wreath, and that would cover up that gap. But just use your imagination. But I'm going to go ahead and roll with this design since this is what I have on hand. So in order to prep this ball, I'm going to remove the finial. I've already done that. I'm going to remove that. And then this piece here, as you can see, if we turn it to the side, that kind of juts out. We want that to be flat so that we can just glue it directly onto the ribbon. So what I'm going to do is cut it with my wire cutters. Now I'm going to use Velcro dots in order to wrap the ribbon around, because I don't want to hot glue it just in case I want to repurpose and use that ribbon for something else. Here is the final look. I am so pleased with how it turned out, and basically I just used all items that I already had around my home, everyday items, and then just the decor that I've had over the past few years. It just takes a little bit of creativity and imagination to come up with something beautiful and new. I will be sharing how I did my mantle in the next video. And until next time, I'm going to keep calm and carry on. Bye, guys.